How are we doing today, Starseeds? I'm here today to share with you all the current Ascension Energies at play for the Starseed Collective in regards to the full moon due to occur on the 19th, mainly focusing on those of us who have been the most awake and at the forefront of bringing in the new Earth Age of Aquarius paradise into Mother Earth by integrating it into our bodies from the various downloads we receive, the shifts we undergo, and then anchoring it into the Earth's crust, I'm being told specifically, so that it may solidify, stay there permanently, and then begin to blossom and expand all throughout, waking the planet up entirely from its slumber, and the rest of humanity ready to be awakened as well as a result. So now that we have a more thorough understanding of who we are, what we're doing here, let's go ahead and dive into the reading. From the Queen of Pentacles, I'm feeling the energies of the Queen, telling everyone to mind their own business as she wears a smile of attitude and satisfaction across her face. The energies of coming into her own is present here as well, and this is because of the new level of maturation on a soul level, consciousness level, and practical level that we experienced on our hero's journey, leading us to this point, now fully accumulating. Her solar plexus, headspace, and heart chakra also feel very full due to all of the abundance, just like the golden coin she holds in her hand, soon to be bestowed upon her right down from God himself, as well as from all of the life force energy returning to her in full now that the system's major collapse is affording this to be possible. All of the problems, low vibrational karmic circumstances, and negative thoughts about our capabilities will also very soon cease to exist if you can't already feel them evaporating daily as it is, as it feels like they are just floating away from the woman's head in a line right off of the card, so that they will no longer bother her, lower her, mislead her, halt her, change her mind and opinions, or dictate her in any way whatsoever, as they are all hits sent to us by none other than the devil. The white orbs of light embroidering the couch she sits on is reminding us that magic is here now and very soon to actualize in the physical to bless us all with, once it is fully conjured from its resting space. So if you look at it like the movie Lucy with Scarlett Johansson, just like how she was forced to activate her brain to its full 100% capacity in order to be free, Mother Earth in her fairy kingdom has also been gradually charging and building up magic, our natural birthrights as starseed hybrid human fairies ourselves, beneath the surface until it reaches its full 100% capacity also. Taking time to do things you want to do, even practicing certain skill sets you may have been wanting to develop more for your personal growth, which is extremely important, guys, may also be had for certain people feeling pulled towards this in our collective during this full supermoon period I forgot to mention, making it much more powerful, loud, and impactful than the ones we typically receive. The beautiful young black queen feels entirely taken care of, completely content, and even in a bit of a snooty, sinister way, due to the fact that all the stress she's been through throughout her years in her rabbit hole finally being over for good. What makes it even better is that she is the one who chose this by deciding to put on her big girl panties for a change, take full charge of her own ascension, include God into the mix stronger than ever before, and burst through the ceiling, keeping her soul trapped in the false cubed consciousness reality, where it most certainly does not belong as a divine feminine Christ, divine masculine Christ angelics, for so long unnecessarily, making it shown that we have, in fact, mastered our test of coming into our full empowerment and sovereignty as divine, high-level beings in charge of our own selves as we should be. Immediately from the Page of Cups, I'm feeling the hugest explosion of magic unleashing from the man, as if it's been buried inside for his entire life, just waiting to greet him without his knowing. And this is also depicted by the beams of white light and patterns and shapes surrounding his body, as great emphasis is being put on this area. This is a clear sign that God is reminding us that we are natural magical beings, that it's truly been inside of us all along, that it's what we're literally made of as starseeds, literally, and it's why it is no longer allowed to be hidden from us any longer. So maybe you're beginning to feel this tipping point energy coming through now more than you were able to before, just like how a volcano is forced to erupt from its magma being suppressed for so long, making us aware that much more how important it is to be fully allowed to express ourselves in every single way, even from a small, fairy-sized place within ourselves, just as we're meant to. Hopefully this will also make you aware that this is a long-standing secret battle for territory, which is why this place has not been a starseed's or a fairy's place forever, because of the powers that be in charge of the entire system, preventing this so desperately, immaturely from happening. If you've ever seen the cartoon show The Fairly Odd Parents, which is a very coded TV show, as they were all created by the Illuminati, I always compare the top 1%ers controlling this place, the Pixies, which are the boring, black and white anti-fairies, who truly shouldn't even have wings, coming in between everyone's happiness just to prove a point. Mason brothers and fraternities are solely responsible for maintaining this same exact kind of evil here in secret, as they have been the ones secretly in on the entire agenda. However, because so many of us are now fed up with the way things have been going here beneath the surface, and have even become Sisterhood of the Rose activated, I am being told that all listeners affected in this same way has full permission to judge all of these Masonic lounges for what they've so selfishly and evilly done to humanity for their sick game, which is actually solely what's creating the pointless game of life, cubed consciousness structure God's children have been suffering from for ages, only getting worse and worse with time now more than ever. Because God is now fed up with this, just as much as we are, let's use our newly instated divine authority to bust and blow up all of the so-called pixies' realities, and send them the karma that was always heading their way much quicker. So, on a count of 3, say boom, and you will feel all of your personal judgments, along with our entire tribes, sent their way immediately. Ready? 1, 2, 3, boom. Yes, and every time we do this as one, we grow closer together, and stronger in the Lord as well, just like our souls are meant to be for its proper nourishment, which is exactly what these pixies have been hexing us with in secret to slowly strip us from. Now, doesn't that just make you so angry? These Masons, aka sad, pathetic losers, like to get up and personal and in everybody's business in secret, which is why this old Babylonian, ancient Egyptian structure of playing sick, psychotic games with innocent people in secret is now collapsing, very thankfully, with the Age of Pisces timeline, so they can finally get what's been coming to them in full, like it's their long-awaited inheritance, and hilariously at that, once and for all. Playing music, games, and having fun in general is also soon to be had once we step through the doors to the New Earth Playground 5D Paradise timeline, which I can feel so eagerly waiting to greet us with the most beautiful, welcoming, homey Atlantis, Oasis, blue energy, which is directly from the Blu-ray and is what will actually mainly be sustaining us in this 5D reality we've been energetically traveling towards for so long. The two hands forming a heart to the right of him is coming with an energy of rekindling relationships with people who you thought you no longer saw eye to eye with, due to the immense separation spell taking over our minds and hearts, attempting to sever us from a true love source and supply, which should help you to see that much more how much the man and his petty helpers have been sneakily and slimily eating away all our happiness, just like the nasty reptilians they naturally are, just so that we'll be lost, abandoned, lonely, bitter versions of our former selves. But anyone being negatively affected by this right now, I'm going to command this to be removed from your story altogether so that your energy and life in general may be redirected upwards and forwards instead of backwards and downwards, like they wired it to be in secret. Once this takes full effect, you should then be able to see just how much and how far they dare to make us vary from our own hearts, soul, sacred connections, innocence, and even personality traits due to all of the pollution, which is immensely illegal on both spiritual and practical levels. They've been spewing at us in the astral realm mainly, especially for the past 4 years leading up to now, I'm being told specifically. The ocean behind him is reminding us that our cups are now full, that no one will steal this, and that this will soon manifest in our physical reality, God is assuring us, as he is fully aware and greatly agitated at that, about how long this has taken, how nasty it is, petty, evil, outdated, which is why it is very soon to implode on itself and collapse as it's designed to. The major arcana card, the High Priestess, is coming with an energy of a final major transformation taking place within the body, soul, and consciousness of our Starseed tribe, which is in complete alignment with the universe and planet's huge culmination point in Earth's history as well, meaning that our bodies are ascending into the higher timelines along with Mother Earth at the same time. In this way, we are also helping Mother Earth ascend by dying and being reborn within our bodies, and is what we chosen ones have actually been doing this entire time, even while asleep, just in case you feel unsure of whether you've been contributing or not. Just the simple fact that you care about this says so much about who you are as a spirit alone, proving that you are a great person, one of the best people, and it isn't even required to be a starseed to even have these traits within yourself. But this is also likely a telltale sign that you are a starseed, which is already special in itself, here on the most important mission and time in our entire universe's history to heavily contribute saving everyone from humanity. Her hair sticking outwards on either sides of her, mixed with the white streams of light, is giving off sensations of her auric field, shooing everyone away now that she's in the centered position that she's supposed to be in, a strong position of empowerment and divinity, that is, just as it appears she is in the illustration. Meditation, and even feeling inspired to meditate on the full moon itself at its peak, may also be had for anyone integrating these witchy, yet still innocent, dark side energies, you could call them, which is only helping us to balance out and understand our light side even further, just as it's meant to, rather than utilizing it for evil or unnecessary warfare. The moon has also been receiving major clearings from the universe, concerned, thoughtful angels, and even from myself and my spirit team as of late have been using our divine authority to do this, simply because it truly was in the hands of the devil and his minions for decades, I'm being told specifically, and ended up becoming very polluted, neglected, and used for the worst kinds of evil as a result. So the moon has been shared, guys, between two very different forces for quite some time now, which is the big secret they don't want us to know, and why we are now restoring it to full innocence, health, and reclaiming it as ours so that common sense, which is something they've mainly been deliberately blocking, can finally restore to all of humanity, yes, all of humanity, completely shutting down this super illegal, satanic, psychotic, Nazi-driven project in covert operation. Spirit showed me just last night that the moon has the same essence as the cutest baby turtle with an actual starseed essence instilled within it, which they've actually been abusing quite terribly for decades now. And this is to remind us who we are, make us feel at home, and that it is perfectly okay to be the starseediest starseed there ever was. For this small, rare population of special beings are truly the inner circle smack in the center of the world, hell, even the entire universe, God is willing to profess, and is supposed to be here so that their love waves may expand outwards to bless all deserving of our precious energy, and even stretch to the outskirts of the further world to bless those far from the center, yet still deserving mercy to be pulled in regardless. This is who we are and what we are naturally good at, so accept it. If you wanted to practice honing, mastering, or exerting your skills of divine authority as a Sisterhood of the Rose agent in training, on a count of three, say boom in order to blow up and greatly expose all the ones hexing the moon for the stupidest reasons, purposely stealing abundance from God's children energetically, hexing them with bad luck, and even stealing their life force energy hocus pocus style, which is and has been going on beneath the surface heavily since 2019, in order to teleport our consciousness to the other side of the moon and bring in the witch age to block the new earth paradise from commencing, which they technically have successfully achieved, and is why many people are alternate, angry, lifeless even, bored, tired, uninspired, unsupported version of their former selves. This is how evil they are, and why the entire beast system upholding it together must collapse at once. So, on a count of three, one, two, three, boom! And it is done, and you have won points and upgrades another level into the Sisterhood of the Rose. For those of you who feel you are someone whose consciousness has been sort of reverse raptured to the other side of the moon, from resonating with the so-called Ascension symptoms I stated, in order to flip our consciousness back and send the perpetrators the scariest, rudest, witchiest awakening of their lifetimes, on a count of three, say flip. One, two, three, flip. Congratulations, we have just completed the big 180 flip together as a team, not even physically together at the moment, all in quantum time, making us aware that much more that time, separation, and distance is an illusion, and that love, especially when combined, can save the lives of many, shut down an entire matrix grid, and make God cry all at the same time. Peace, serenity, clear-headedness, which is most definitely coming from the full moon's help, as well as the ability to express ourselves verbally, emotionally, and spiritually more than ever, may also likely be had, helping us come down from our long acid trip of an ascension process that much further, with as much grace as possible, just as we deserve from all we've been through. The last thing I feel to say is to allow yourself to completely let go of the past, no matter how scary it feels, for it will only bring you the greatest liberation and boost of empowerment that you may integrate and carry with you for the rest of your days alive as a soul with consciousness. So these are forever earnings, guys, meaning that they are here to stay permanently, which should show you that much more the severity of the spiritual war that we've been in, and just how claimed we truly are and always was eternally by our ever so loving God. Because of the amazing energetic feedback responses I receive from clients since starting this channel, and feeling their immense appreciation for the messages I bring, I've decided to add the donate feature to my channel, just so people won't feel blocked from being able to exert their energy this way, and also bless themselves in return, kind of like what happens whenever receiving great healing from a church sermon, and feeling compelled to pay an offering to the pastor after it's completed. However, I am feeling that not everyone is in this position to be able to donate at the moment for varying reasons, so please do not stress about this right now, as this is still fairly new, and you will be able to at some point when it is right in the future. With all that being said, thanks so much for tuning in. Check the description for info on my services and offers. Like and subscribe if you'd like future content from me. Have a great full supermoon, and stay blessed, tribe. Bye.